Hey yo guys, girls, and everyone in between. This is Rebellious Pastry here, and um this is gonna be a not so random work stream. If it was completely random, then I wouldn't
Hey
have
yo
had
guys,
the
girls, and
stream
everyone in between. This is Rebellious
what do
Pastry
you call
here,
it?
and
Stream ahead of time
hey yo
thing,
guys,
like
girls.
the hey, I'm doing this thing up, but yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well. I'm like working on just like getting my voice how I want it to sound and whatever whatnot. Which relating to that, I do have like a lot of just different things to talk about today. So um I'm so if anyone has any question, like if anyone has any questions about like me, I guess technically it'd be about me. Please let me know. I'm so as you can tell, my voice I've been like training my voice lower. Um and I have a feeling as I keep on training it, it's just gonna go down and down and down and down. So like the I guess today I'm gonna have like my new video out, but that video is gonna be with the voice that I had before I decided to start training it. So if you hear discrepancies between that one and today, that's why. And that's gonna be the last video where I fully speak feminine. Hello, Animation Station. I have a question for you. Holy, you're probably like pastry sounds different. What the hell did they do? Answer. Voice training. Get that get that voice deeper. Which I have a question for you. For the annoyances video, do you want I personally want to do that one like separately, but do like a train. Is that chill with you? Because I know in like the survey you said you wanted it to be a collab, but the annoyances video I specifically wanted to do like by myself. But if you want to collab with me, just please let me know. Um, what kind of stories you would want to collab with me with. Um, because there's plenty of different things we could collab on. It's just I want to do the annoyances video just myself. Um and then shoot. Um I oh man. And then I'm planning on to go ahead and like have more of a consistent upload schedule as it is too. Um I feel like part of like I'm still trying to all right, yeah, sure, I'm cool with whatever. Yeah, part of what I noticed that part of why I didn't want to make videos there for a while was like voice dysphoria because it's like how am I supposed to pass as what I want to if my voice is all the way up here? So yeah, that's the story behind the voice. Also, I said this to like people in like chats and or in like chats and whatever whatnot, but I'm gonna announce this to the channel. I'm gonna go ahead and or I me and Mama Pastry one day on the phone decided that or like it was my decision, but she's going to help me out with it. But I decided that I signed myself up for testosterone, which due to the waiting list, I'm not going to get evaluated and my first dose until like August to September, but it still gives me time to go ahead and do like voice training and whatever whatnot to go ahead and pass as one I want to. Um, like this doesn't really affect you guys because you guys see like a cartoon Sona of me, but like in real life I have like my hair like extremely shorter, and I also have voice sounds good. Thank you so much. I've like okay, so during like the I guess during the hobby interview show, I got a little nervous because it's like this is going to be the first time that my subscribers are going to hear the high ass pitch voice that I did for YouTube. And it might sound like silly, but I am genuinely like nervous about like yes, I heard how the people who truly care are gonna stick around, but like it's still very nerve-wracking to make such a big decision to go ahead and like start fully like doing all the steps to go ahead and transition. But it's at this point it's a necessity. Those of you guys who have been talking outside of YouTube already probably know. But yeah. I as far as like the future of the channel goes, I'm planning to keep Pastry the character like the same as far as like design goes. Like I might make like a secondary OC um outside of like Pastry, but like contrary to like what I originally said, if I make the new version, it wouldn't replace Pastry. Pastry would still be the main character. There would just be like a character that that I would use like to separate myself from like Pastry's appearance, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm planning to use Pastry as their current form, and maybe if I want to go ahead and like experiment a little bit, maybe I might put a stash on them or whatever whatnot, but that'll go ahead and come with time. Right now I'm just trying to figure out like first off like telling people what I'm planning on to do with an element to that, and like secondly figuring out who is going to be supportive, so there's that too. I was let's see here. But yeah, I'm as soon like I would say maybe in like December or January of 25 I might do a Q&A strictly on like transitioning. So, but I would probably leave that to a vote, being like, hey, hey guys, do you guys want a general Q&A, or do you guys want like a transitional specific one? Because I know for a fact that it is definitely going to be a very interesting experience to go ahead and go through both puberty and menopause at the same time. So there's that. But overall, I know no matter what decision I make, it's gonna be for the best of myself. So there's that. But yeah. And I'm just gonna go with it's my decision. It's my decision what I choose to do. So like if there's anyone who's like, hey, Pastry, but if they call me by my real name in real life, then it'd be like, hey, real name. Which, depending on how transitioning treats me, I might change my real name again, but that wouldn't be something you guys would be concerned about. But yeah, as far as channel name goes, it's pretty much a canon brand, and it's pretty gender neutral as it is. So yeah. So the channel name ain't gonna change. The design of pastry isn't gonna change. For now, I am very attached to the design. Um, so pastry, the design will not change. Um, my voice will obviously change. How I storytell, how I still storytell, I don't know if that's gonna change or not. Um, but like, yeah, I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna be making videos. Sorry for the long break. There was just a lot going on with like the whole clunker situation. But mostly it's like he can go ahead and um figure his own stuff out. I'm pretty much like not gonna really talk about him anymore unless like it's something that he specifically does. Um but yeah. So as far as like the shows with him on it, I am still gonna keep them up, but I'm not going to show them from or like on any capacity on like any pastries theater or like during the 50th episode of audio games. I showed like the second ever episode um because the first ever was with Clunker and Clunker's permaband, so there's that. um So don't expect me and him to do anything together in the future. Just because, like, yeah. And then, if you guys have any like video ideas, please let me know. Um, and yeah, I guess since like this is a random work stream, I could seriously go with spending the entire time on announcements. Oh, also, we're gonna be doing the Valentine's Day card exchange again. The video that's explaining it is gonna be showing this Wednesday, but like if you already know what's going on with that, then you can go ahead and just send me a finished card if you guys wish to participate. But yeah. And I might draw some of those today too if like someone sends them in today, but yeah. Um Anyways, I'm just working on getting the channel fully back up um and operating like it has in the past. I might not be uploading as frequently as I did in the past just because like IRL obligations have changed. But like I'm probably going to have like new interesting stories between like where I'm working now and also like the transitional stuff which I hope that people still see me as like pastry instead of just being like, oh, that one trans Storytime animator. Oh yeah, I'll make a card at I'll not like I'll be on a date or something. Oh man. Yeah, and speaking of not on a date, guess who's doing salty singles again this year? I am. So yeah, there's that. Um Basically like the rules on like if you can be on air for that one is basically like can I trust you on and are you single basically is what's going on with that one. um last year last year we had like a good number of people who came on and then left and then new people came on and left, so that worked out. um but yeah, as far as like salty singles goes, since yes, Valentine's Day is gonna be on a Wednesday, I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be like doing salty singles on Wednesday, and then like the show episode for that week is gonna be on a Tuesday instead. So there's that. Um, let's see here. I'm gonna switch it to live chat because sometimes like the top chat like chops things off and it's not good. But yeah, I'm just gonna be like spending a lot of time like figuring out what I want my voice to sound like, and of course, like I'm probably gonna have a lot of like squeaks. I don't know when, probably in like 2025, but my voice is probably gonna squeak a lot, so there's that. Um, I've kind of made jokes to my friends off the channel about like what if my voice randomly squeaks in the middle of my show, haha, so funny. But I'm still a little nervous about it, as you can guys can probably understand. It's like, yeah, I'm just still personally like processing my decision as well, the decision as well, so there's that. um like trust me, like if anyone else ends up making any sort of decision like that, it's gonna take forever to mentally process it, because it's like such a big and life changing and life saving life saving decision for those who make it. But yeah, um like I don't know how much, let's see here, well, I don't know how salty I am, but I'm definitely single. Yeah, but yeah, we're just, so basically salty single stream is gonna be like, for those of you guys who were here last year, okay, for those of you guys who were here last year, I don't really remember what exactly specifically happened, but we ended up bashing the living crap out of Valentine's Day, and it was great. I think I asked about like the opinions on like the chalky Valentine's greeting hearts, which that just which that just made me have a very funny idea, which is imagine if I bought like some if I bought some like of those like chalky heart things and see if I could actually like draw with them on the sidewalk, because they have the consistency of sidewalk chalk. Then again, like I literally wrote with a burnt brownie during camp last year, so there's that. I just like at that point, after I managed to go ahead and write with the brownie, at that point no one was upset with the fact that we burnt the brownies. It was just like I was just seeing how long I could go ahead and draw with a chunk of brownie. My goodness gracious. But yeah, as far as like season or the stream season ending, it's still gonna end in May, and I'm probably going to see if I can go ahead and do like a season start sooner, because I'm not gonna be working at camp as long this year, so there's that. But yeah, as of now, everyone immediately in my life is supportive of my decisions, with like how I want to be. But yeah, oh man, what was I going to say? Man, my brain just completely forgot what it was gonna say. But yeah. So yeah, please let me know if you need please let me know if you guys want to go ahead and shoot me over some video ideas. Also the survey is still up, so if you guys want to let me know how I'm doing. Like of course, like I kind of dropped the ball last year, but I'm slowly working on picking it back up. And last year, as part of 2023 goals, which I'm still carrying on for 2024, is I'm gonna probably fix my audio. Part of like the issue was I literally had voice dysphoria almost every time I recorded, and that wasn't good for the quality of the video or like whatever whatnot. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know how salty. Okay, I already read that. But yeah, so Tass, how has your YouTubing been? YouTubing, whatever. I'm just like YouTubing. It sounds like someone's just going down like a inner tubing, but the tube is shaped like a U. But anyways, YouTubing, YouTubering. It doesn't sound quite right with the R though. YouTubering, YouTubing. Imagine if someone just like was like decided to do a script or like do like a little joke being like, "Hello guys, I'm a YouTuber." And then like animated their character going down like a slope with it's been chillin'. Yeah. I've been working on like how to make more time for YouTube, so there's that too. Like, hey guys, I'm a YouTuber. And then, like, someone just goes down, like, a sledding hill with a U shaped, like, sled or something. But that's just a silly idea that my brain randomly thought of. Because sometimes, for those of you guys who know me, I tend to take things hilariously literal sometimes. And it's funny because it's like no one expects that unless you have known pastry for a while or me for a while in that matter. But yeah. It's definitely gonna be like an adjustment to go ahead and it's gonna be a huge adjustment. But I know that I'm gonna be happier after I go ahead and do it. So there's that. I almost know that one for a fact. But yeah. Let's see here. I was talking a friend of mine asked me during like a show if I could go ahead and talk about my like past as a gamer, and I thought he was going to be on air today, but there was a miscommunication, but it's all chill because it's just like if you want to be up here, that's fine. If you don't want to be up here, that's fine. Regardless of it, regardless of how many times you're up here or if you're even up here at all, it doesn't really affect how my thoughts on you as a person or anything. It's just like a hey, I do this. I want to give people a chance to do this with me if they want to. So yeah. So if you're so if you consider yourself one of my friends or bestest friend, and you're like, pastry might judge me if I'm never on their show. That is not true. I respect everyone's decisions on if they choose to stream with me, stream without me, don't stream. Um, but yeah, it's just something that like I do on the channel. So like yeah. Um but yeah, let's see here. Oh yeah, right. Gaming career. So, um once upon a time when I was in middle school, um I I kind of like I pretty much this could be a video, but I was specifically asked to go ahead and talk about this on air. So will it be a video later? Who knows? But like okay. Um video ideas. Um wait. You know what I could be making a video about as well? Coming out of the closet. That could be a good one. To also go ahead and be doing. Okay. Anyways, gaming past. And then coming out video, which if I end up being a trans male, then that would be two coming out videos technically, but or wait, crap, then there's me also coming out as Airways, but that story isn't as interesting as the gender stuff. But yeah, anyways, so gaming past. So back when I was in middle school, I used to go ahead and like play a lot of like Nintendo games, which I still sometimes play Nintendo games, but they're not as prevalent now because of the channel. But there was this specific game that I really liked, but I wasn't necessarily good at, by the name of Legend of Zelda. Yes, I've played Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm just like it's very like I guess different than what I expected it to be, I guess. So yeah, so like I didn't expect like people to, I'm not gonna spoil it too much, but like it's basically like if you were to go ahead and mix like a Zelda with some type of sandbox game, because like you get to build stuff in it. But anyways, I wasn't necessarily good by any means at Zelda because like my brain doesn't work in the ways that the game wants me to have my brain work, but I used to play it a lot, and that used to be like a good chunk of like my personality. Like everyone knew me as that. Um but yeah, and then I also like to play a lot of like multiplayer games. Like I haven't really played Super Smash Bros in a while, but like if someone were to challenge me to a match, I wouldn't say no. Super Mario Bros. But yeah, so I was and still technically am a Nintendo loyalist. I don't like the button or like the I don't like how Xbox does their buttons, because I think they're all wrong, because um Nintendo does their controllers differently. Like I'm going to do like a mini like sketch of what I don't like about Xbox. So I'm just going to be like N and then X. with Nintendo, you have B on the bottom. I'm gonna give myself more space. B on the bottom, then A here, and then X, and then Y. And then the Xbox decides, oh, we're not gonna play by those rules, and has Y on top, and then has B on the side, which B literally stands for bottom. Oh man. And then you got A on the bottom. And then you have X on the side. So the first time I ever played on Xbox, I got very annoyed with it because it's like because it's not like what like I thought the buttons were the same, so I kept on going back to the starting page when I thought I was selecting a character, and it was just a disaster because it's like, hey, Pastry, why are you always going back to the start screen? I thought I was pressing A. And yeah. So yeah, I heard that with Xbox there's a way to like reprogram like where all the buttons are, but anyways, so yeah, that's but yeah, I used to play a lot of like Zelda. There would have been literally days where I have just gone to my like basement because that's where we had like our systems and whatnot. I went to the basement during the day, like after breakfast, and then like mom would be like, dinner's ready, and then I'm like, holy cow, I literally spent the entire day on or maybe it was lunch, but like I was like, holy cow, I literally spent the entire day trying to figure out where the princess was. Oh man. But yeah, I don't think this is a very big shocker to anyone who have known me for a while, but like yeah, these days I tend to just use gaming more as like a social activity. Like I tend to play Mario Party sometimes too. But yeah, so which begs the question, Pastry, why did you stop gaming? The answer is during the pandemic, I wanted to learn how to animate and be a storytime animator. And giving my answers to like the animation hobby interview show, when I asked, so is it easy to have another hobby other than animation? My answer is no, just because of how long animation takes. And yes, this includes scripts. This includes trying to figure out what videos I want to make, and not getting distracted. But yeah, hold on a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a template. I'm gonna grab a like. Hold on. Grab a why can't I speak? A banner template. Reason of why I am grabbing the banner or like the YouTube banner template is because I don't trust myself to go ahead and have it fit if I don't do it based off of the template. YouTube banner template. And then like YouTube is very specific on like what size their template is, so there's that too. But yeah, I almost forgot that they didn't let me do copy and paste from what do you call it? Shoot, I'm losing my words. But yeah, from images to Fire Alpaca. So I'm gonna go ahead and yank. Let's see. Actually, I have it saved somewhere. I just need to find where I saved it to. Probably to like my profile pictures. Which I should do like a regular profile picture and channel banner too. I should go ahead and update it. But yeah. Um now to and which this might come to a surprise to you guys, but I have literally not had any caffeine yet today, so all of this is just natural energy right here and happiness to be back on the channel after too long. But yeah. And also like the excitement I have for my future, which I didn't really have for a good bit. But now that I know what I want to do, I know it sounds cheesy, but now that I know what I want to do, it's been way easier. All right. Profile pictures. But yeah. I have my one from last year, but I'm not gonna recycle channel banners like I did at the end of last year. But yeah. Alrighty. Hold on. One more second. But yeah. I'm still recovering from what happened in 2023, but it's still like, but I'm like, I literally feel like actually feel way better than I did. But yeah. Which before you guys like ask, yeah, I am, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and draw my Valentine's Day one. I was about to like, wait, I need to go back to my pen. Actually, I think I might need to grab some caffeine. Since I haven't had mine yet. But yeah, I'm, let's see here. I'm the only one on right now. This'll take like a second. Hopefully not everyone's gonna leave. When I just go ahead and grab stuff real quick. But yeah. Wow. Let's see. My voice definitely sounds different when I don't have my headphones on versus if I do. Like, as far as like how I hear them, because like my headphones are like partially noise canceling, which is gonna help me with like sensory issues in the future. Because oh boy, sensory issues are just a piece of work sometimes, and it's just like, oh my god. But yeah, I'm definitely going all over the place with this random work stream, or I guess it's technically random still, but like I'm still going all over the place when it comes to like the topics I'm talking about, cuz it's like it's just me and my own brain when it comes to like speaking. Like when I first started streaming, okay, I need my Valentine's Day theme stuff, not like the regular channel colors. But yeah, I am, let's see here. There we go. But yeah, shoot. Um, I, yeah, but yeah, the channel was what got me to stop gaming, and also the pandemic. But I honestly am enjoying the channel more than I did when I was gaming, so there's that. And some of my gamer friends still talk to me, and I have new gamer friends too. like like Toon Tech from like some shows in the past. He games a ton. So there's that. Um as far as who I'm friends with, I would say that the gamers tend to go ahead and just be who I gravitate towards the most for some reason. Um I guess it's just because like it's just how they act. Like most of my friends are gamers. Um some or out of all my friends offline, I would say I'm like the animator, because like everyone else tends to do other things. Um but yeah. Um I'm honestly very impressed with how many different guests, and how I'm not like struggling to get people on slots this time around. It's always a concern I have with the show, is like, what if I can't get people on shows? What if I end up having more than with a few blank audio game slots? I have some games with just me, but like if I have too many of them, then it's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with this? But yeah, I've been doing a good job of getting people on shows, and um also getting people back on shows who have been on before, who want back on. I think that's like a good thing, because like after the episode, I tend to I tend to ask the guest if they want another one, and then like space it out. But yeah, um I've just been proud of myself for not necessarily like having many like blank slots. And we've been doing pretty good with people not dropping them as well. So when people drop them, I tend to try and ask the people who are like a week ahead, be like, yo, do you want to go ahead and um go up a week ahead of time or whatever, whatnot. But yeah. Um and if anyone ever like decides after one episode they don't want to be on another, I tend to ask them like if it was anything that I did, or if it was anything that the show did, because it's like I I don't want um the show to be the reason of why they don't want back on the show. Um Most of the time it's not the show's fault. It's just them not realizing they don't like podcasting, which I think is a good thing that they figure it out with me, with me, and like not having like a show of their own. Because if they like say, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and podcast, and then, oh, I don't like podcasting anymore, then it's kind of like then it's not for the best of like their base. But yeah, and it's just kind of like, wait a minute, I thought you were going to go ahead and stream. But um and then as far as the pastry Discord server goes, I am probably still gonna wait until we hit um till we hit like 1K to go ahead and open that up. Just because like I don't want it to be opened up and then it being like extremely dead because almost no one joins it. So I'm gonna try my best to go ahead and get more of these random work streams up. It's not gonna be every week because I'm gonna have like other like obligations and whatever whatnot. But yeah, I was gonna do it on Sunday, but I wanted it to be on Saturday instead because like for one, um I have some other things I kind of have to do on Sunday, um and two, normally the animation station, like in the past the animation station tends to stream during this time on Sundays, and I didn't want to accidentally take that viewership away from him. So there's that. Since me and the animation station are like extremely close channel friends, and yeah, I would never want to do anything to cause him to not get viewership because I'm also on. Um but yeah. Um wow, it's kind of crazy to me how like I'm gonna have a video with my old voice without any training on it. Um but yeah. Hello, Mr. Waffles. How are you? Waffles. Also, yeah, for Mr. Waffles, we're gonna I'm gonna let you know that I am doing the not channel banner exchange. What the I'm gonna be doing the Valentine's Day card exchange again. So, if you are interested in that, please let me know. Um, but yeah. Um. But yeah. Um. So yeah, I've just been like, as far as like my voice goes, I've just been like kind of nervous lately with like the whole like, oh, my voice is changing and I'm purposefully doing it. So it's like, what are people gonna think? Um, what if people miss like the old voice? Um, and yeah, but truly, this is how I sound right now is not going to be how I sound in a year. So there's that too. How am I going to sound in a year? That's going to be something that a year will answer for itself. But it's definitely not going to be like way up here. It's going to probably be more like way down here. But yeah, I just figured that it was time to go ahead and actually medically figure my stuff out. But yeah, Waffles, how have you been doing on your YouTube? I know you told me that you stopped it for a while. But yeah. If I'm done with everything I need to today, I'm probably just gonna do Tass's card early because I trust that he's gonna go ahead and do one. And even if he doesn't do one, then it would just be a gift for him. But yeah. Um I still have like regular channel banners and stuff to do too, so there's that too. There's pastry in their love and glory. But yeah. Just so you guys know, this stream is going to end by 12 p.m. MST, or 12 p.m. in my time zone, because I have IRL obligations today. But yeah. If only I could go ahead and be on stream and doing IRL obligations, but I don't think anyone would necessarily be the biggest fan of that. Oh man, it'd be like, are you looking for anything, good sir? Are you looking for anything, good sir? No. But why are you recording me? Oh man, but yeah. But yeah. How am I still doing this? Hello, Tass. I was just saying how if I draw everything I wanted to today, I was gonna do your Valentine's Day card early. But yeah, let's see here. Do you know when... I know you just posted a video, which everyone should go ahead and check out, but, do you know, are you currently working on another video, or no? Let's see here. I need to pull it up. Wait, no, you have a wrench. So if you want to post up your newest video, you can. I honestly think it's a really good video that just, like, just, like, for me, like, when I watched it, yes, I laughed at when you said, yes, it knows what water is. That was my favorite line of that video. The fact that a computer knows what water is. But yeah, and you were like, being serious with that, but it just made me like crack up. How like you were, I think it's just because of like, how like sometimes being literal can be funny too. But yeah. Which, after I watched it, I'm just thinking about all of the different careers that could never be fully replaced by robots. Because of, like, the compassion factor in, like, specific jobs. But yeah, like, you can go ahead and, replace a, cashier at a Walmart and not have issues. But, like, if you have, like, if you, have, like, a robot elementary school teacher, I don't think that's gonna go over very well, or a robot therapist, or any sort of teacher that is that ends up being, like, robotic, because it's just, like, at that point, it's just... And even with some of the human teachers, it's still sometimes very frustrating how they can't seem to help with some things. But yeah. Sorry, mate. I gotta go. I gotta head out. Understandable. See you later. Platonically love you. But yeah, yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and post this video link. I don't give a damn what people think when it comes to that, because, let's see here, the animation station, because, like, I'm gonna I'm gonna still. Oh man, I do find it funny how like when I looked up the animation station, it showed like the For You tab, and then it shows like my stuff by this current stream for some odd reason. Where is the Tassie Tass? So many people named themselves after you. Why? Alright, anyways. But yeah. I'm gonna pop that out and then like copy and paste it. But yeah. That video got 100 views. But yeah, yeah, but yeah, and it isn't like necessarily like traditional story time either, but it's definitely something to think about because like some companies are seriously hiring AI artists to go ahead and save money, but I honestly feel like that I honestly feel like in the long run that's just gonna drive like customers away because it's gonna look cheap. It's gonna look cheap and it's gonna be like it's gonna feel like very cheaped out to go ahead and hire a robot to make your logo, which in the future you could hire in the future I might go ahead and I might like this is something I want to do, but like I might end up like starting a logoing business in like a few years in the future. So there's that. I would probably just call it Rebellious Pastry Productions. Just because like I'd probably get Rebellious Pastry trademarked and everything, and just have like this channel be a part of the business. But yeah, I do find logos very interesting, and in case you guys don't remember, I still need to make my merch line, my new merch line. I've been saying that for like years, but like, yeah, this channel has a logo. Why am I just randomly going off into the abyss? Nah, that's what normally happens during this kind of show. But yeah. There we go. But yeah, holy cow. I'm doing a stream and a video today. Holy cow. But yeah, you guys deserve it after so long without one. But yeah. But yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. What other things should I talk about today? Already covered the testosterone. Which at any time I could probably just be like, I changed my mind, but I'm not gonna change my mind, honestly. Like at this point, I've tried everything in my power to go ahead and do things not without like a testosterone, and it still didn't fully make me who I am. So there's that. How's the progress? It's going pretty well. Oh, shoot. Did I forget? Okay, I'm a doofus. But um, yeah, I kind of briefly went over, like, my gaming history. Do you have any questions about that, by the way? Um, like, I know you really wanted it, but, like, like, I, oh yeah, the one, game that I am not a big fan of, that I wish I was a bigger fan of, was, Majora's Mask, because, like, it just stresses me out because of all the time crunchy stuff, so there's that. Um, I already mentioned about my voice, which you already know about. Um, but yeah, and you already know about the testosterone. Um, but yeah. Um, you're good. I just got here and missed it already. But yeah. Um, all you need to know is I was a Nintendo loyalist, or I am a Nintendo loyalist, and I played a lot of Zelda during middle and high school before the channel. And then the channel took up my time. Poof. Um, but yeah. Um, and then I went over how the Xbox's controls are wrong. But yeah, you didn't really miss much. Um, but yeah. Um, yeah. How are you doing today? I know you, mentioned stuff earlier, but those were in messages, so I'm not gonna bring them up on here unless you want to. Um, but yeah, holy cow. And then, and then I mentioned how it's possibly gonna be a video. Uh, Incorrect. Xbox controllers are goated. Um, their buttons are all wrong. Their buttons are all wrong. Like, look at this. Alright, so this is perfection. This is bullshit. This right here is absolute bullshit. There we go. This right here is how controllers are supposed to be. This right here is bullshit. But yeah, I have a feeling that everyone in my life is gonna disagree, but you know. Happy Saturday. But yeah. I haven't really played much PlayStation. And then as far as Minecraft goes, when I play Minecraft, I tend to play on Pocket Edition because it's cheaper. And also I don't like spend all my time on Minecraft. But I do have a lot of friends who play Java though. Most of my friends play Java. I used to play Pocket with somebody who I don't talk to anymore. But yeah, A is bottom. No! What is... Oh, man. No. No! B is on the bottom! B literally stands for bottom. Okay, on the Wii remote, B was on the back, which also works, but you know. But yeah. A should be on the side, not B. B should be on the bottom. B should be. Alright, so B should be on the bottom. But yeah. But yeah. Yeah, and then the other thing was just talking about how like how being on these shows is not a requirement to be my friend. But yeah. But yeah. If you want to be on here, that's great. If you don't want to be on here, that's great. But yeah. If you want to sometimes be on here, that's great. But yeah. B stands for back. Okay. You're only half correct there, Hat Slippers. Oh, man. I remember the world is flawed. I remember the world is flawed, and that is why, there's 10-year-olds at Sephora. Welcome. And there's people who, I don't normally, like, bring up the news on here, but I find this all comical. And then you got people who are literally flooding Targets to fight over a cup. Like, seriously. Like, who needs a water bottle that specific water bottle so badly to literally, like, fight everyone else in the store for, like, I don't understand. Like, come on here. Like, why do you, like, and then I see on the, comments how, like, people don't need, more than one water bottle, which I disagree with that. I think people need 2 or 3 of them, because, like, what if one of them mysteriously melts from the inside? Yes, that have happened to me before. I was literally in Scotland, and then my water bottle decided to, like, melt from the inside. But, like, I think everyone should have 2 to 3 water bottles per person. Just because, like, what if your water bottle breaks? But yeah, but seriously, no one person needs 64 water bottles. Like, come on, man. And, like, getting a water bottle to match your outfit. Oh my. But yeah. But yeah. So that's my opinion on the Stanley Cup. I don't know why I went from gaming to that, but it works. I'm usually, like, making fun of something at least once every one of these streams, but you know. Also, Hat, would you like a mod wrench, or would you like to pass? Cause, like, I would love to give you one if you want one. Because as you see, the Animation Station has one because he's been like watching this channel since 2021, man. But yeah. Wow. Imagine watching like the same channel since 2021. Yeah, it's gonna go well. I'm gonna make sure of it. And if I get bored, then I'm just gonna end this stream early. But yeah. How did we get from gaming to Stanley Cups? Oh yeah, because I'm like, so I know there's stuff wrong in the world because like people think that Xbox has the correct controls. But yeah. Oh man. Joking like that is really fun on this channel, honestly. In all honesty. But yeah. But regardless of how many like gaming related beefs I have with people, they know that I still platonically love them. And yeah. Because they're my friends. Why would I go ahead and just completely... Why would I disown them for a stupid argument? I don't know, man. I'm not... Alright, there we go. So, we're going to do that. Yay! Alright. But yeah. For those of you guys who are watching but aren't in the chat, hello. But yeah, wow, I feel like on air, I feel like time goes by like slower whenever you don't have a guest on, but it's still good to still be just here by myself. But yeah. Holy cow. I'm just thinking about, like, how many of different kinds of video stuff I still need to do. Like the regular channel banner. There we go. Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna make the Salty Singles stream thingy because it's like fits in with the Valentine's Day theme I'm going on here. But yeah. We love Salty Single Stream. Salty Single Stream's the dream. And then, hold on, what else do I have here? I have a audio games thing to work on too. But I'm gonna do the Salty Single Stream stuff first because, like, that is what I'm basically, like, doing all my Valentine's themed stuff today. Like, oh, wait, I have an idea. What if next weekend I do a stream on, like, specifically, Salty, or not, like, Salty Singles, the cards. I'm just gonna have to see how many cards I get and see if I need to do them on air or not. But yeah, but yeah, things are going back to normal as far as the channel goes, so there's that. Let's see here. Holy cow, it's almost Valentine's Day. Which, yeah, but yeah, imagine if I just made everything aromantic themed. I'm gonna go ahead and draw like the arrow flag on the Salty Single stream banner, man. And there's nothing you guys can do to stop me. But yeah. As far as like partner stuff goes, I'm still like I still don't have a queer platonic partner, but that's okay. I would rather just focus my life on like what I want to do than rather than be tied down to a specific person. Even with me being aro, I still feel that way. But yeah. But yeah. Salty Singles is gonna happen as normal. I don't normally do a St. Patty's Day themed video. But I'm thinking about doing like a scout cookie themed video because I did that a lot as a child. Like I just sat there at those little tables in front of like grocery stores being like, can you please buy our cookies? Please, please, please. And let's just say I'm the type of person who likes to do it. I liked to do it because it was for sport. Like, I did it for sport. And yeah. It was just a fun thing to see how many cookies I could sell each year. But yeah, I don't sell them anymore, but I still get excited when I see them. But yeah. But yeah. But yeah, I'm still going to be working at camp this summer, so there's that. But yeah. There's definitely a lot of lessons that can be learned from being at camp, so there's that. But yeah. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end this stream early because I want to do like some voice recording stuff. I'm gonna see if I want, let's see here. I'm gonna see if I have time next weekend to do this again because like I miss doing stuff like this. But yeah. Anyways, I platonically love you, Madonna Batch, and see you in the future to come. Bye. Only leaving because I want to do